Good morning, dear friends in Christ. Before I begin my homily, I would like to say Happy Father's Day to all our fathers here present. And also Happy Father's Day to me because I am a father. Okay. Today, God is sending us on a mission. And he calls us laborers. Laborers into his vineyard. I don't know whether he's skilled or unskilled laborer. The thing is that Jesus called the 12 and sent them on a mission. Are they qualified? When I was reflecting on this reading, and I was going through the names of all the apostles, and I was reading their strengths and their weaknesses, and I said to myself, these people are not the best at the time of Jesus. We begin with Peter, who is the head of the apostles. Peter was a betrayer. He betrayed Jesus. He denied Jesus 3 times, not even once. But Jesus called him. Jesus trusted him. He was also a fisherman when Jesus called him. That means he was not among the ruling class. He was an ordinary laborer. Jesus called him. Second, we go to Andrew. He also betrayed Jesus. At the night when Jesus was to be crucified, the disciples abandoned him. Even Andrew, he was one of those who abandoned Christ. And during the feeding of the 5,000, he was one of those who wanted to discourage Jesus and said, the bread and the fish will not be enough for the crowd. We go to James, the son of Zebedee. James, the son of Zebedee, he loves power. He likes authority. He likes to be above others. He was the one who said to Jesus, "Can I sit at your right and my brother will sit at your left?" And because of that, the other disciples were very annoyed. So he loves power. He's like some of the politicians who can do anything to struggle, who can do anything to be in power. That's a weakness. And we go to John, the brother of James. You know, there were 2 who were asking Jesus, "Can I be at your left and my brother will be at your right?" So the 2 brothers are, they struggle for power. They want to be above others. So that's a weak point. Then we go to Philip. Philip has a deficiency in the knowledge of God. He has a little knowledge of God. And we go to Bartholomew. Bartholomew was a tribalist. He was the one who said, "Can anything come out of Nazareth?" When they were talking about Jesus, he said, "Can anything come out of Nazareth?" So he looks down on people because of where they come from. So for me, Bartholomew was a tribalist. We go to Matthew. Oh, that one seems to be the worst. He was a tax collector. He was involved in fraudulent activities. He oppressed the poor, collected taxes from them. And tax collectors were considered to be sinners. So, Matthew, his own is a little bit complicated. And we go to Thomas. Oh, we know about Thomas. He doubts a lot. He doubted the resurrection of Jesus. And he was also among those who said, show us the way. And Jesus said, I am the way. So he doubts. He is a doubting Thomas. We go to Judas Iscariot. All of us, even if you are sleeping and someone asks you, what have you to say about Judas Iscariot? What have you to say? He loves money. He can do anything to have money. He can even sell his master. He can even sell his wife. He can even sell his children to have money. So Judas loves money. And also we go to James, son of Alphaeus. He was also among those who betrayed Jesus. He could not stand on the side of Jesus in the face of persecution. We also go to Simon the Zealot. He also abandoned Christ, and also he abandoned what Christ entrusted to him. So he lacks leadership quality. So we go to Judas, the son of James. Not only that he abandoned Christ, he went into hiding. So, dear friends in Christ, these are the qualities of the 12 apostles, their weaknesses. They have their own strengths. But when Christ called them, Christ knew that they had this weakness. And what did Christ do? He called them. Christ does not call the qualified, but he qualifies the called. And God calls us. God trusts us in our weakness, so that he will bring out our strength from our weakness. Today, Jesus calls us into his vineyard. He says, the laborers are few. Ask the Lord of the harvest to send forth laborers into his harvest. In our world today, there are many baptized, but there are few committed baptized Christians. Jesus wants us to bring a change, to transform the world. That is why he calls us laborers into his vineyard. And he looks at the world he has created. The world he has created is a world that has gone apart. Evil are not considered to be good. Sin is considered to be righteousness. And Jesus needs people who will bring a change to the world. And he is calling us to bring a change to the world. And he is telling us that the laborers are few. Those who are doing good are few. Those who believe in Christ are few. Those who practice their faith are few. But he wants us to make a difference. Are you among them? Are you among the laborers whom Christ has chosen today? Or are you among those who don't care. Jesus wants us to make a difference. He knows our weaknesses. Do not let your weakness overshadow your strength. That is the most important thing in life. God does not count on our weaknesses. He counts on our strength. He counts on our ability to make effort to overpower and overshadow our weakness. God appreciates the little effort we make in his vineyard. The little effort from us can change the world. The little goodness from us can change the world. Do not neglect any act of goodness. That is what God has called us today. And you know St. John Vianney, the model of priest. He is the patron of priests in the whole world. He was not the best when he was in the seminary. He was expelled 2 times because he could not pass his exams. He was not an intelligent seminarian. And he failed Latin course. And in those days, for you to become a priest, you must pass the Latin course. He failed 2 times, and he was asked to go. And he went for a private lesson. And after he came back, he struggled in the face of difficulties. He became a priest. And he became the best priest in the whole world. And he was made a saint. Not only that, he was made a saint, and he was declared the patron and the model of priest, that every priest should look upon him. So that is why I said, in our weaknesses, God brings out our strength. God is calling us. The world is like sheep without a shepherd. Everything is turning apart. People are doing their own things. People turn the good upside down. And the world is like a sheep without a shepherd. Jesus is calling you to be a shepherd. In your family, he is calling you to be a shepherd. There are so many sick people who are in need. There are those who are poor, who are in need. We can begin from somewhere. Jesus is calling us to be a shepherd, to be a laborer. And may God give us the strength to walk in his vineyard. Peace be with you.